Kia koutou, welcome back. Crazy how fast things can shift. Yesterday I stuck to my rules, no setups, no trades. Discipline was dialed in, but today I jumped into two setups at the wrong time and both cost me. In a stronger market they may have worked, but the market is a little slow at the moment and now I'm down $23 on the day. And honestly, it should have been another no trade day. Here's how it played out. So the first stock I traded was XELB. This stock sort of popped up here just after 6 o'clock. Traded around VWAP and then pushed up. So I saw it around on this candle here. I just opened up my software, saw it pushing up. It was around 6:30 and I thought this might push a bit higher. Maybe to $2. It pulled back here, sort of pushed up a little bit and then pulled back again. I got in here at 167, looking for it to push back up here. So looking at the pullbacks here, there's one there, second one there. So maybe a little bit optimistic on the third pullback for it to push higher. But I thought I'd give it a go. Didn't work and I stopped out on my stop at 155. So it broke down through there. Probably could have been out a little bit sooner, but bought up a little bit here and I thought it might rally again, but it didn't. So stopped out and that was my first trade and down for a $12 loss on that trade on XELB. After that stock didn't really do anything pre-market. I think that was it for XELB. Next stock I traded was BTAI. I did trade this on Monday as well. A bit different result today. Actually, going the wrong way. So BTAI again, I missed the front move here. It broke through VWAP here around 334. I saw it here on this first pullback at 355. Missed that entry there, it was a bit late coming in. It pushed up here and pulled back. I looked at getting in at support at the 9 EMA, looking for a pushback to $4, a bounce. You know, I got in right on the close of the MACD. And you know, it didn't go. It pulled back straight away and I got out straight away at 345, which was around my stop, around VWAP, I think. Oh no, I got caught in that dip right down below VWAP actually. So that was a loss of $11. So down $23 on the day. So, you know, I was looking for a rally here off the 9 EMA, and it looks pretty strong on the front side there. Bit of a big pullback here, but you know, red candles went too bad on the volume, but it's not a very strong market at the moment, and just not enough buyers coming in here on the 9 EMA to push that, and you know, interest others to actually get back in on this trade to push it back up. So that rolled over as well. Right below VWAP, back down to a low of like 319, 318. It did rally again at the open, pushed back up to a high of 378. But I was long gone by that time. So those were my two trades that I took. I did watch a couple of other stocks, which I kind of should have waited for really. One of them was IPDN. This stock popped up around 8 o'clock, pulled back. I saw it coming, pulling back down to the 20 EMA, and it was holding around the 20 EMA, and I thought a good entry here was as it pushed back up through the 9 to get in around $2.10. Between $2 and $2.10 would have been a good entry. It broke through VWAP, bit of a topping tail there, but on the very next candle the volume came in and rallied, and a good push up to $3. So possibly getting nearly $1 a share in that move if you held it, you know, through some of these topping tail candles and a red candle, a couple of red candles there. But even getting 60, around 60, 70 cents a share would have been good. But I didn't enter that. I am reducing the amount of trades I'm taking at the moment, and I'm only really meant to take one trade, but if it's a red trade, I might try one more. Today, my 2 trades had already been taken, so even though I watched this, I didn't take a trade on it. I'd hit my max trades for the day, really trying to keep to my my rules around risk management, and unfortunately today I'd taken those 2 trades already, and both were still within my stop loss strategy. So stuck to my rules today, was disciplined, just didn't read the market well. Market's been slower, and I should have taken been a bit more aware of that, and maybe, you know, being in closer to when the stocks aren't so extended or pulling back, maybe trying to get in like at the break of VWAP early on, instead of you know, once it's already pushed up and extended, and then looking for another leg higher. So just need to be careful of that now. In the slow market, I need to be getting in earlier, you know, getting in on that first pullback or break of VWAP, not after it's already had a couple of red candle pullbacks, because then it's less likely to push again. The other stock I looked at was LPSN. Pretty sure that was LPSN. This stock, when did this pop up? This popped up around 8:30, that's right, just after IPDN. I saw this as it, where did I first come on this one? Yeah, it was here. It had dipped down here through VWAP and then rallied back up, bought back up to $1.30. This was a lower price stock. Not very good at this range. Penny stocks to around $2, unless it's a low float. I'm not really good at trading some of these more thickly traded stocks. But this one pulled back, and I watched it pull back. It came down to VWAP, dipped down to the 20 EMA and bought back up again. And I thought that would have been a good entry here as it bought back up. And it dipped again and bought back up again. Yeah, so I did think the entry here on VWAP would have been a good entry around $1.25. But once again, didn't take this trade. My bot did actually take a trade, but it got stopped out after that second red dip on the break of VWAP. And it did rally. It pushed up to a high of around 159, 160, and you know, decent trade there for a lower price stock. And even the entry here on that first pullback, 135, would have been an alright entry for a small trade. And that was probably pretty much it. I bought to take a trade here as well, but got stopped out at the cross here, MACD cross, so only a very small profit on that. And I think overall, yeah, it was down $1 on this stock. but it's not really set for this price range, the bot, so I wouldn't expect it to do very well on those ones. So that was it. 2 trades today, both red, down $23.04. So looking at this week, a green trade on Monday, 2 red on Wednesday, so only down $13 for the week. So down around $21 overall for the month. So it'd be nice to get some green trades under my belt again and get back above the black line. But be taking it slow. Market's not great at the moment, so we'll just see what opportunities come tomorrow and go from there. This was a no trade kind of day, and I didn't listen to that instinct until it was too late. That's the biggest lesson. Knowing when to sit on your hands is just as important as knowing when to press the button. These small losses are reminders that not every trade works, and keeping to your risk management strategy keeps your losses small. It is also a lesson that reading the current state of the market is valuable, as a slow market means holding back, and these losses may have been avoided altogether. I'm still in the game though, and the goal is to trade well, not just to trade. If you're following the small account challenge, you'll know how important these decisions are. You know, every trade counts, and sometimes not trading is the best move. Hit subscribe if you want to see how I come back from this one, and I'll catch you in the next video. Hea pōpō.